It's the Daily Dog.
Hi y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Happy that you are here. Today we are talking about a brand new piano track that I have provided to Aphoria Music for their newest meditative video just released today. It is a sunset from Acadia National Park from atop Cadillac Mountain. And I want to show you just very briefly some of how this was put together. It's one of my favorites already, and I hope that it will be one of yours as well. So, a little bit of backstory. We've talked about Acadia National Park before in the series. It's one of Megan's and my favorite places to go and recharge and vacation and just see nature and see the sights. Every time we go, we end up discovering something new. And we also really much enjoy just sort of rediscovering our old haunts and just sort of recharging at all the wonderful, wonderful elements of nature up there. So we were up there in late October, and this one particular day, it was a glorious, glorious day, and we thought today would be a great day to get some sunset footage for a future meditation video. So we went to the top of Cadillac Mountain. Which is the tallest mountain there in the park. It's actually the tallest mountain along the eastern seaboard. And, Cadillac Mountain is most known for people going up there and watching the sunrise. A lot of people go up there for the sunrise. During certain portions of the year, the people that are seeing the sunrise from the top of Cadillac Mountain are the first people in the United States to see the sun on that particular day. It's that far north and it's that far east. But Cadillac Mountain is great for the sunrise, but it's also great for the sunset. So that's where we went. And we ended up with over an hour of video footage of the sun going down, lots of great photos, and by the time that we edited everything down to a video that we wanted to create, the video was about 30 minutes. So then became the task of, okay, what should it sound like? Well, we wanted to use the natural sounds that the recording device captured on that day, but there was a little bit too much wind disturbance, and it sort of got in the way of the way the video was supposed to sound. So we ended up finding a wind sound collection on the internet that really did match pretty closely what it felt like on that day. And we put that into the track to give the impression of sort of what it sounded like. So I want to show you on the computer some of the tracks that I used. So I went back to two of Aphoria Music's original and wonderful soundscapes. I used two different ones and matched them up. So this first one is called Open, and this is what it sounds like. It's got some atmospheric stuff. It's really just kind of a cluster chord. You hear in there really pops out. The collection of pitches in this, for me, sort of center around F sharp minor. The C sharp really pop out, and the G sharp really pop out. And there's some sort of white noise that kind of pops in there as well. So that one is called Open. That sounds lovely. This one is called Soft. Has a completely different aura to it. It has a completely different texture to it. But all of the notes in that collection are basically the same as the other collection. Just different notes are sort of highlighted in the texture. And because this one to me kind of reminds me of A major, right? It's the same A major collection that the other one had. And so both together, they sound like that. It's like having like an F sharp minor and an A major together at the exact same time, and it creates this wonderfully complex sound palette that I can work from. So that's what those sound like. The wind background sounds like this. It's a lovely sound. That sort of, that's what the wind felt like up there. I mean, you're right along the ocean, you're feeling the ocean breeze, and then this one just had less distortion in it than our actual recording. So we went with this. So the three of these together, if I take the wind and add back in soft, has that lovely sound. Then adding back in open, that's what the sound palette sounds like as I was recording it. So what we did was we created this palette, and then we rendered the video out so I could actually hear and see the finished video on my phone, propped up on the piano bench as I sat down to play an improvised piano track to this. This is 30 minutes long by the time that we get there. And so once we add in my piano stuff, it ends up sounding like this. This is one of the spots. This is a little bit more than 15 minutes in. So my task throughout this was to stay within the boundaries of just playing notes from the A major or F sharp minor collection. I'm in A here, right? That's one of my few deviations. That was a D sharp. That's a Lydian fourth over the top of that A major chord. I was in D Lydian quite a bit because of the G sharp that hangs in this collection. Over the top of that D chord, so that's where that one came from. But it was my task then and my privilege to be able to see a mostly finished product with the sound backing in my AirPods in my ears, and I could play to that. So one phone of ours was showing me the video, and I could play along to it, which means I could see where the sun was in the video and when to sort of culminate the sound and how to sort of provide a soundtrack in real time. It's the first time I've ever tried that, and it was a lot of fun. Shot. But later on then you can see here the full version of this. Let's go to about the same spot in the 15th minute. This is about halfway, a little bit more than halfway through the video, and at this point the sun has been behind a cloud bank and it's just dipping below the clouds, and it was so gorgeous, y'all. So gorgeous. And I'm just sort of rocking gently with the A major collection, and it's already one of my favorites. I really hope that you all find some solace in this, and this being a chance to rest and relax. This is actually our footage. Megan and I, our iPhones took this. If you go to the very end of this, to the very end, there we go. Maybe. That's what the ending looks like. And so I took a picture of our phone on our little tripod, taking that video. So this is real stuff. This isn't stock footage. We're so proud of it. We drove there. We found the location. We took the footage ourselves. We created the soundscape from some of Aphoria's wonderful library of sounds that we have access to as contributing artists, and edited together this video, and it's already one of our favorites. I fell asleep to it last night before it even went public this morning. So check it out. I hope that you enjoy it, and we'll see you next time for another edition and more conversation on The Daily Doug.